Hello everyone, I know it's been ages since I've uploaded a video, so I'm going to start off with my 20 week to 23 weeks update. I'd usually have it all set up and everything, but I can't really be bothered. Aaron should be back soon. He's actually at college, so I'm hoping that he will be in the video as well. It's going to be a long one because there's so much to update on because I haven't done one in, well, ages. I think my last one was a 17-week one, which I'm actually currently uploading now. It's still got like an hour to upload, and that one unfortunately cut off, and I was trying to remember like what other things I had to talk about. So basically I've missed out all of Christmas. Well, not really. I've got some vlogs that I can upload and everything. So I'll get straight into it, and it's just going to be like a mixture of everything. So basically 20 weeks, everybody will be deciding if they want to know the gender of their baby. And I uploaded a video saying that we are having a girl. We actually paid for a private scan at one of the baby born clinics that we have in the local area. It was really, really good. I think I was 17 or 18 weeks pregnant when I had that done. I tried to leave it as long as possible and want it done before Christmas so we could get a lot of the baby clothes in the sale. So we knew, really. Because otherwise the 20-week scan, I think I was 20 weeks like the first or second week in January. So yeah, so we found out it was a girl. And we had a health check as well, which I really recommend doing because not everything can be detected on the ultrasound scans. So for peace of mind, it was really good. However, it was quite expensive. But you can have a look on the Baby Bond website and you can see everything. I'm not sure if I've shown you these before, but basically they give you a nice little folder like this, and then it comes in a bag. Now, we didn't realise this, but basically a woman before us, she had to wait. She was obviously getting the full works. She got a video. She was waiting for her video and we were waiting to go in. They came out and said, oh, we've got everything here for you in a bag. She was handed the bag and then she left. We went in and then they said, oh, we'll get your photographs ready. And actually, I didn't even know if they included photographs or not, but they do include photographs in your price. And it's like, obviously, however many they find. I didn't really... When I first found out I was pregnant, I just kind of knew it was a girl. I knew that I would always have a girl, but then it made more sense for us to have a boy because in Erin's side of the family, there's no boys. In my side of the family, both sisters have had boys first and then girls second, so it would make sense if it was a boy. But when it's your first, we don't really mind at all, but secretly, like, all girls want girls and all boys want boys. That's my theory. So I was happy either way. So when I found out it was a girl, it was, I don't know, I think I was a bit shocked as well. But we saw, well, I'll show you oh yeah, I didn't tell you the bag thing. So she came back in with, oh, so the thing's gone off, with our bag, and it was pink because obviously we're having a girl, so it's a pink bag, and the lady before was blue, and I didn't have a clue that that's what it all meant, unless obviously they ran out of pink or blue bags, which I'm sure they don't. But yeah, so that was exciting. So these were the scans from the ultrasound scans from our 12 weeks scan, and there's one there as well. And then this is the picture where, this is from the 3D one, where it says girl. And I think on there, if you look really, really closely, it says like, well, you can see like 2 small dots where it's obviously the ovaries. Because at first she said it's a girl, and I was like, what? And she said it's a girl. And then she was looking generally around everything, doing all the measurements, and she said, oh yeah, it's definitely a girl, definitely a girl. So she must have seen like either uterus or, because they say that they can mistake girls more than boys. Like when they say it's a boy, they know it's a boy, but when they say it's a girl, it could still come out and be a boy. So yeah, so it's got right hand on here. And then these are really freaky, but basically you can obviously see, to me this just looks like a mini Erin. This is hair, so it's forehead, it's eye, and then this big mass here and all over the body is the cord. So the cord, you couldn't really see the mouth or anything. You can kind of see the nose, and I actually think she has my nose. And the rest, the forehead and everything else just looks like Erin, like completely. This is just a normal ultrasound scan, but you can see the head there. And it's so good because she has a massive like screen, a projector screen where you can see her moving, and she's there. Obviously that's her eye, her nose, her ear, and the cord's still all the way around there. I think it's like the top of her shoulder, her legs. She's all like scrunched up in a ball. Oh, 1 minute, my phone. Hello again. Sorry, I had to go and pick up my husband because his battery's died in his car. So yeah, I think I was talking you through the pictures. So this is the last pictures taken from the 3D scan, and you can see they look, all these babies look so creepy. They're like Gollum. So that's the eye, the ear, the nose, the cord wrapped around. You can see its little arm and its body and its like ribs as well, and the little legs are there all curled up. That one's quite a cute one. It's a bit blurry though, but on the actual screen itself it's really good, so definitely worth it. So I think we got those at 17 or 18 weeks, and it was really nice. And then we obviously told everyone, and that's the video that I uploaded of saying that it's a girl. And then we went for our 20-week scan, obviously, when I was 20 weeks. And you don't have to have a full bladder for this scan. You just go as normal. And the last time, and actually when I got that done, all I'd had is my breakfast for both scans. And they were saying like, oh, the baby's moving around loads. It's kicking, like you can see, it's just, you couldn't take any of the measurements because it was just darting around everywhere. So I thought, well, I probably don't need, like, if people take fizzy drinks and stuff so they can find out the sex. And I wanted to double check the sex just in case, like, you know, just to make sure. So anyway, I just had my normal breakfast and some water. We went for the scan, and this woman, well, she came, she just put the jelly on your tummy, and then she just looked at everything. She was taking measurements, I think. She didn't really say anything. And then she said, right, you're done. And I was like, well, do we not get to find out the sex? And she said, oh, I don't think I could see it. Then she gave me a wipe to wipe off all the gel from my stomach. And then she said, oh, I don't think I can see it. Then she forgot to take one of the measurements of the legs, and then it was just ridiculous. So then she said, oh, I can't tell. And I was like, oh, it's okay. I said, we know anyway, I just wanted to double check. And she was like, oh, right, okay. But she wasn't very good at all. And then we got, like, for our 12-week scan, we got, as I showed you, all those pictures. This was for 12 weeks, and this is when the baby is like 2 centimeters or 2 inch. How small is the baby at 12 weeks? 2 centimeters or 2 inches? Silence. I don't know. Anyway, this is the picture we got. What? Yeah, but it's too late now. This is the baby at 20 weeks. Like, I know they can like zoom in and zoom out, but it's pathetic. Maybe it's because I've been spoiled with the 3D scan photos, but come on, that is, you can't. I was not happy. And also, it's just rubbish, the whole thing. So I'm glad we went for that scan. And she didn't say anything. She didn't even say everything was okay. She said, yeah, it's fine. And the lady who actually came out with the photograph at the end, she said, oh, all the measurements are fine, baby's looking healthy, it's growing normally, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. So she gave us the most information. This other woman, it was like she didn't know what she was doing. So rubbish. Anyway, so yeah, my update is 20 to 23 weeks. I'm 23 weeks tomorrow actually, because it's Wednesday night now. Cravings, I've been craving curry a lot, and still sugary things like ice cream, but only hard ice cream, not soft spoonable ice cream, the proper ice cream. What else have I been craving or liking? Cottage cheese, yogurts. What else have I been craving?
curries.
Yeah, said that.
Steak.
Oh yeah, steak. Yogurts.
Yogurts.
In fact, I'd like a petit filet now, please.
Would you know?
Yes, please.
What flavour?
All the flavours: strawberry, apricot, and raspberry. Symptoms. Still got pelvic girdle pain. That's not changed. Well, it has changed. It's got worse. Backache. I can't work out if the backache's related to pelvic girdle pain or it's just normal backache from pregnancy anyway. So it's all just merges into one big pain. Leg cramps, dizziness, lightheadedness, and also swelling in my hands. When did I get that swelling in my hands? They were
2 days ago.
Yeah, and they started to swell up and get really itchy. And it was really odd, and I think I took my rings off then, but my rings are still on, my wedding rings. And they are actually big for me anyway, so they're still kind of big for me, but they were swelling up. They're not anymore though. And what's my mood been like?
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
Have I been happy or sad?
Both.
A bit of both. How is it compared to my normal mood when I'm not pregnant?
A little bit different.
A little bit different. Is that putting it nicely? Okay. Well, I feel like I've been kind of okay this week. Other weeks have been like really emotional or crying. And that's just kind of normal. You can be like that anyway though. Normal when you're not pregnant. You can go through phases of that. Sleep, I wake up about 2 to 3 times a night and I've been having really weird dreams where they feel real. Weight gain. The last video I did, I actually said exactly how much I was weighing. I think it was 10 stone 3 or 10 stone 4. And that was at week 17. So now I'm on week 23, and the last time I weighed myself I was 10 stone 8.5 pounds. So our scales are 3 to 4 pounds out though. Like they're 3 to 4 pounds heavier, so I like to think I'm lighter. However, I probably gained, if I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4.5 pounds since week 17 and now on week 23. So yeah, I've gained like 4 pounds. 17, I'm on week 23. So I think that's okay. Maternity clothes, I've got this dress that I'm wearing now, which is from New Look. And I got a big tunic dress that I've got from New Look for Christmas and a t-shirt. Not really that much. I'm living in these leggings. So these are maternity leggings from H&M. I haven't got any new bras. I've just been wearing the same one, but it's still quite big. I haven't got any stretch marks. I've been using the bio oil that I've run out of now and Palmer's body butter stuff. Movement all the time. She's been moving loads and it's been getting stronger as well, because most of the time you haven't been able to feel it, have you?
No.
Although you have felt some.
About twice. The first time didn't really feel like she kicked, but the second time was like 3 big kicks. I could feel it on my palm of my hand.
Yeah, she kicks really, really low down as well. And it feels really weird, and especially if I'm leaning over or if my body's still in the bed, or she's actually just doing it now. And sometimes I feel like if I look down I'll be able to see my stomach move, but I can never catch it that quickly because you can never know when it's going to happen. But yeah, sometimes it feels like she's kicking really low down, like she's kicking my cervix, and she's like booting it, and it was like it shocks you, because when you're just out and about and doing things, it's like it's really weird.
She does it when you're hungry.
Yeah, and when I'm hungry, like meal times, if I'm like breakfast time I haven't really been late with breakfast though recently. If I get too late with breakfast time, she'll kick until I eat, and then there'll be a 10-minute gap of there being nothing. And then actually she's kicking now, probably because I'm a bit hungry and thirsty. So then I'll have something to eat and she'll stop for a bit and then she'll start kicking again. Sickness, anything that makes you feel sick. Ham sandwiches, smells, certain smells, I can smell everything. What else do I not like?
Eggs were putting you off for a bit.
Yeah, I didn't like eggs, but I like eggs now. I didn't like a lot of stuff. I don't know, I vary.
Fish.
Yeah, I don't like fish still. Although I've had a tuna sandwich at work and that wasn't too bad.
Oh, right. Maybe it's just a fresh fish or...
Yeah, but tuna is different though, because it's tuna and mayo. It's not just like a tuna. I don't know. It was okay. It was only a tight triangle. I think I mentioned everything on here. What?
No, you didn't have it directly.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Oh, that I know, I've missed out the big thing, the consultant appointment. I had a consultant appointment because I was telling, oh my god, I've forgotten her name. Where's my phone?
I don't know where your phone is.
Oh, I need my phone. I think it's in the kitchen.
You're not sitting on it.
No. Yeah, I had my consultant appointment on... Oh, there's a big confusion about when I was going to have my... Oh, it's not even worth talking about.
Right in the kitchen.
Oh, it's here. Right, so...
Bet you were sitting on it.
No, it's here, behind the laptop. Yeah, I had my consultant appointment and we didn't really know what it was going to be about. We thought it was going to be mainly about asthma because that's why she referred me to see the consultant. But he basically... What did he say? What was the first thing he said? They checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was okay. What else did he say? What was the first thing he said? Oh, so any problems in pregnancy? Or did he say, I see you've got asthma? And I said, yeah.
Yeah, then he mentioned something about that, how frequent you use your inhalers.
Oh, yeah, because sometimes people get diagnosed with asthma and obviously it's from a cold or, like you said, when you were younger, you had...
through a chest infection.
Yeah, chest infection, and they give you inhalers and stuff. So I guess people can say, oh, they've said I've been asthmatic at some point, but I said no. I said it's a regular thing with me. I have a brown... Yeah, he made notes on that I had my brown inhaler and then my Ventolin inhaler when needed. I said my asthma has got worse because I think it's mainly due to the temperature drop. But I don't know, all different things set my asthma off. And he just said, just keep using it as normal. And then I asked about steroids because if I get an infection, usually I get put on a course of steroids, and he said that's fine. And then... Did I ask about the labour or did he?
You did.
I said what was going to happen during labour, like what kind of things can you give me, or can I still take my inhaler and stuff? And he said, well, usually we would advise you to have an epidural. So it slows your breathing down. Obviously, you're in pain, so your breathing's like... It's not really pain though, it's both things, because you're obviously using all your energy for pushing the contractions and they're coming so frequently. It's like a combination of everything all together. It's like if you were doing a big marathon race or a run, then you're obviously using up a lot of energy, and that's why it's called labour, obviously. So if you're going to exert yourself in that way, then obviously it's going to affect your chest and your lungs or whatever condition you have. So he said we'd give you the epidural just to slow your breathing down, to calm you down. And then that was it.
Well, then you moved on to, you brought up the topic that you were adopted when you were 6 months. You're originally from Peru.
Oh, yeah, because he said to me, how did your asthma, when did it start? Is that what it's, no. How did you find out your asthma? What did he say? He said a funny thing, like, I don't know,
How
like,
are you, asthmatic or something like that?
like how did you know? And I was like, what, the day I found out? Well, I was running along. No, and he said, what did he mean?
I can't remember.
Oh, me neither. Oh, I think
Basically-
he was trying to work out if it was inherited or if I just got it from a cold or something. Did he?
Yeah, I think it was something.
I
like
think, yeah, because I said, oh, I said, I've always been, yeah, because he said, how old were you when you found out you were asthmatic? And I said, I was 7, 8. And it wasn't because of a cold or anything like that. I was simply just running. And then one of my sisters had asthma, and she was like, you'll have to have some of my inhaler, because I couldn't get my breath. And then from then on, whenever I had a cold or anything like that, it was more that when I was younger, I panicked. And when I panicked because I couldn't find my inhaler, because it was always in the back of my drawer, because I never really had it that much, but when I panicked, it would worsen. And I remember sitting there and almost turning blue, and I couldn't breathe because and I was panicking even more because I couldn't find my inhaler, and it was horrible. So I had like 2 or 3 asthma attacks at school. Then obviously I had to go to the doctors, and they put me on antibiotics and everything else. So like, it was quite bad. And then obviously doing exercise and everything else made it better. However, he said, I did mention that I am adopted, but I do know that my biological father, had chest problems, and he probably had asthma as well. And then since then, I think it's his mum had asthma as well. So it's obviously something that's kind of related. I don't even know if it is, if you can get asthma that's hereditary. I don't know. Or is it a gene that you can get bad lungs?
Inherit lung problems.
Well, yeah, so that's apparently what's happened. So he just said he wrote everything down, I think, didn't he?
Well, he said then, because you don't fall under the typical ethnic.
Oh, yeah, that
areas
was it. Yeah, he said
that he wants you to do a
glucose tolerance test because, well, he said he wanted to know my ethnicity. Is that what it was?
No. You mentioned you were from Peru, and then you
that was
worked
somebody
out
else.
that you didn't fit in those categories. So
No, I said I'm Peruvian. But then, in what categories? No, he just said basically, if you have a glucose tolerance test, you basically, I think it even says in here, he gave us this leaflet, and this is what I'm going to have to do when you're so many weeks he suggested doing it at. But yeah, women who will be affected be offered an oral glucose tolerance test to screen for gestational diabetes. The people who will be offered the test either have a body mass index of above 30, previous large baby weighing £9.15 or above, close relatives with diabetes, parent, sibling or child, family origin with a high prevalence of diabetes, and then it has in brackets South Asian, Black Caribbean and Middle East, previous unexplained stillbirth, and polycystic ovarian syndrome. Some of the women offered will be blah blah blah, some medications, the way the body deals with sugar. Oh. Some women may be offered an oral glucose tolerance test if they are on certain medications that affect the way the body deals with sugar. I don't know if inhalers do affect.
No.
They don't.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, I think even though I've read like loads of stuff on this. Like, even though South Americans aren't on like the high prevalence of diabetes, I think he's just doing it just to say he's done it, really. Because obviously in South America there are a lot of people who are kind of like from different areas. They're half Spanish and half Portuguese, half this and half that. So they could still carry that gene. So I don't know. So I'm going to be tested for that on when? 23rd of February at 8:45. And I can't eat or drink. I can't eat and drink on the morning, and I have to stop eating from 10:30 the night before. So yeah, so that's all he said about that. I told him that I had pelvic girdle pain, and he just said, how do you manage it? Have you seen the physiotherapist? I said yes. And then, is that it?
Yeah,
About the pelvic girdle pain, he just wrote it down, and he said we'll just have to monitor it and just go to the physiotherapist if it gets any worse. And it's one of those things that's probably just gonna stay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our update. Yeah, I thought I should make a better update. The video actually, the 17 weeks one, is currently uploading now, and it's almost got 2 minutes remaining. Yeah, so I thought I'd definitely upload this video as well, because I've been keeping up to date with Sonica Jones and how she's getting on, because I think she's got some respiratory problems that are kind of, I don't know, I like hearing about other people who have kind of got similar like problems in pregnancy, because you hear of a lot of people who just kind of have straightforward problems, or they suddenly have like an onset of asthma or diabetes or something during pregnancy, but they've never had it before. But if you've been a sufferer of these things, then it's different. I don't know, it's all different. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Oh wait, no, I need to do a bump thing. You hold the camera. I'll turn the big light on. If you stand there. No. Oh yeah, I guess I can see that. Right, so this is for 23 weeks. You get positioned. And this is what the bump looks like from the front. And this is what it looks like from the side, but it is at night. And that's it. And also with the pelvic girdle pain, it actually feels, I don't know if I mentioned it on the other video, but it feels like towards the end of the day or the night, no matter where I am, it feels like it hurt. I struggle to keep the top half of my body upright, and then my pelvis feels like it's disjointed to the top half of my body, so it feels like it's falling, or I have to keep on going like that. It's odd, but I'm still wearing the belt, but usually when I'm at work or when I'm walking around more often. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, they were telling you how much you produced milk wise, because obviously in the first couple of days you just produce the colostrum, and then all your milk comes in along with all your hormones. And it was quite funny actually, because that one man next to us, because there were a couple, where were they from? They weren't from this country.
Yeah, sure.
And she was hoping her mum would come over and help her with the baby, but she couldn't get a visa. So she was leaving it to her husband as the main support person. Yeah. And she was basically, like, we know because, like, well, I've told you, and, like, I know because my mum breastfed and both sisters breastfed. And she said, so anyway, the baby will need feeding this many times a day at least, if not more, or they might go for less time. And I could see this guy like working out in his head, and he put his hand up and he said, so that means they'll need feeding 2 hours, every 2 hours, 24 hours. It's like, yeah. So when do we get to rest? It's like, you don't. That's a full-time job. And he was like, oh. But she was very, like, she really wanted to let him feed, didn't she, as well? Because she was kept on talking about wanting to express, and how you could get different bottles that would mimic the shape of your nipples, and that would be like a slow release one, so it could mimic the flow of your breast. But then the lady said every single like person is different, and their flow of milk will be completely different. Some will be faster, some will be slower, some will be, it's all tailored to your baby. So basically anything your baby wants, it gets from you. And she just said all the things to like avoid or look out for, like mastitis and positioning the baby. We got dolls, didn't we? And you could you learned how to position them in different ways, and it was just really useful. And it was really useful, like knowing different people's stories and knowing that similar. If you knew somebody who breastfed, like they went through similar things, like some people felt awful if they gave up, but now I know one lady, she gave me her mobile number, so obviously if you're having any problems whatsoever in the first couple of days, if you give her a call, she'll give you advice over the phone, or she'll come out and see you, so that's really helpful, I thought.
Yeah.
And then the other class I've been going to, I've only been twice actually, because I have to be 20 weeks to go, and that's the aquanatal class, and that's really, really good. So I go to my local swimming pool, and there's a midwife who runs the class, and you basically go in the pool and you do some warm-up exercises, and you do like aerobics, but it's in the pool. So you do running, and you get these squidgy long things, and you do like jumping and different things. I told her I had pelvic girdle pain, and I think another lady in the group had it as well, so she said if it ever gets painful or uncomfortable, just stop and let me know, or just stop. And it's good. Everyone enjoys it, and it's good because you're weightless in there, so it's nice. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and another symptom I've been getting, I think I'm getting like acid, or everything I eat comes back up. I can feel it. Not like sick, but it's like...
You get a knot in your throat.
No, it's like water. Like bubbling up.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's horrible. I don't like it. Right. Okay, I'll really end it now. And then I'm going to think of something else that I've forgotten to say. Leg cramps, feet, toes, nails. Hair is getting thicker and longer. No bleeding gums. Yeah, I think we're done. Went to the doctor. Have a midwife appointment on for 25 weeks. That's my next midwife appointment. I don't know what she'll do there. Blood pressure probably again, and a urine sample. And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.